There is one exercise in particular that definitely flies under the radar, but is extremely effective in helping us lose belly fat, and this caters for all ages. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, I think I'm safe to say that losing belly fat is a common goal for many people. Not only can excess belly fat impact the ability to perform daily tasks, but it is also associated with many health problems such as heart disease and diabetes. But what is the best exercise when it comes to burning belly fat for all age groups? Well, first of all, let me talk about why we hold on to belly fat and the only way to actually lose this. Our bellies seem to love holding on to that stubborn fat no matter what we seem to do to get rid of it. Well, there's actually a scientific explanation as to why this happens. To put it really simply, this area does get less blood flow and does contain more stubborn fat cells than other parts of our body. That's why for most of us it's the hardest place to tackle when it comes to losing fat. Although it might be more difficult for some than others to lose that extra belly fat, there is definitely a known way to do this. You need to put yourself into a calorie deficit. This means consuming less calories than you burn on a daily basis. Eventually, if you can sustain this deficit for long enough, you will lose the excess belly fat. Now, there is a method for doing this so that you can burn fat and still maintain your muscle mass. It's important that you maintain your muscle mass because the more you have, the more calories your body will burn at rest. But that's a topic for a whole other video. So although your diet should be the main focal point when it comes to being in a calorie deficit, it's important that you are performing regular exercise so that you can speed up your fat burning and lose fat faster. While there are numerous exercises that claim to be effective in targeting belly fat, there is no known way to spot reduce belly fat with any specific exercise. In my opinion, the best exercise to burn belly fat is high intensity interval training, or HIIT. However, there's some big problems here. HIIT has gained a huge amount of popularity over the last few years. HIIT involves short bursts of intense exercise followed by brief recovery periods. I have loads of these workouts on my channel and include them in my own training because I know how effective this form of exercise is. HIIT workouts are able to burn calories in a shorter amount of time compared to steady state cardio exercise. It also increases the body's ability to oxidize fat, especially in the abdominal region. Another great advantage of HIIT is its time efficiency. HIIT workouts typically last for 10 to 30 minutes, making it ideal for people like myself with busy schedules. So this allows me to get in a highly effective high-intensity training session in a pretty short amount of time. Although HIIT can be modified to suit various fitness levels and it doesn't require any equipment, it still isn't a realistic option for everyone. Even younger fit people aren't likely to keep up high-intensity training consistently for the long term. What matters most here is your ability to stick with something long term. There are various reasons why this type of training just isn't for you, so you need an alternative, and there is one. So what is the best overall exercise for all ages to burn belly fat? That would be walking. Yes, walking, so hear me out. Walking is a simple and accessible exercise that can be easily maintained over the long term and is highly effective in contributing to losing belly fat. It is a low impact, steady state cardio activity that can be easily incorporated into your daily routine. By comparing multiple studies, it has been found that shorter high intensity training really provided no more benefit when it comes to fat loss than longer moderate intensity training. Your body doesn't care how you choose to burn 300 calories, whether it's through 25 minutes of high intensity training or through 1 hour of moderate intensity walking. While walking for the same amount of time as performing a HIIT workout may not burn as many calories, it offers several benefits that make it the most reliable and effective option for most people. Walking still contributes to overall calorie expenditure, even though it's considered a low intensity exercise. A study found that individuals who engaged in regular walking for 12 weeks experienced a significant reduction in waist circumference and belly fat. Walking is a low impact exercise that puts minimal stress on joints and muscles. You don't need to be considered old to suffer from joint and muscle pain. Professional athletes, hobby athletes, and people with health problems can all suffer from this. This is why walking is suitable for individuals of all fitness levels, even those with joint issues or injuries. What's more is that it can help speed up your metabolism, which plays a crucial role in burning belly fat. A study found that walking at a moderate pace for 45 minutes increased post-exercise metabolism, leading to higher calorie burn even after the exercise session. So just like HIIT, you can still burn calories even after you've finished working out. I know that 45 45 minutes sounds like a lot to some, but you don't need to do this all at once. You can split this up into different periods throughout your day. You can do this anywhere, whether it's around your neighborhood, in and around your workplace, out in nature, on the beach, or even simply in and around your property. If you're able to walk, then there really is no excuse as to why you cannot incorporate this into your daily routine and stay consistent. And of course, another advantage of walking is that it only requires yourself. No equipment, no gym, no yoga mat, no subscriptions, and no membership fees. Now, to ensure you do start to incorporate more walking into your daily routine, here's a few tips on how you can do this. Let's say you're working, whether you work from home or in the office or whatever you do, set your alarm for different periods throughout the day. Take 5 to 10 minutes, get up from your desk or from whatever you're doing and just go for a walk around. You can easily get in 1,000 steps in 10 minutes. Alright, the next tip is think about everywhere you choose to take your car. I'm such a good example of this. I have a supermarket less than a kilometre from my house, and I found myself driving there. No matter what the weather was doing, I was getting in my car and I was driving to the supermarket just to pick up a few things and driving back home again. At some point, I had a realization how ridiculous this was. So weather permitting, I now choose to walk to the supermarket, and this has two benefits. I don't buy as much stuff because I don't want to carry heavy bags home. And two, I actually get to get out of my house and get into the fresh air and just enjoy a nice leisurely walk in my neighborhood. Most of us spend far too much time indoors, so getting out and walking around has more benefits than just fat loss. It is so good for your mental health and clearing your mind. So if you don't need to take the car and where you're going is easily walkable, choose to walk. Okay, another tip is there are loads of apps out there that you can track your daily activity and challenge yourself to be more active. Having an app can actually act as like a training partner and help you stay accountable and stay on track. Alright, and the last tip is set yourself realistic goals. If you don't currently do a lot of walking, start with shorter periods and increase it as you feel ready. Who knows, soon enough you might find yourself walking a half marathon. So in conclusion, walking is the most effective exercise without a doubt for losing belly fat. Its consistency, low impact nature, and ability to increase metabolism make it a viable option for long-term fat loss. Additionally, the accessibility and convenience of walking ensure that individuals of all fitness levels can incorporate it into their daily routine. So what matters most, guys, is your ability to stick with something long-term. So even though higher intensity interval training will burn the same amount of calories as walking in a shorter amount of time, this may not be a realistic option for everyone. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it beneficial and learned something new. If you do have any questions, please leave me a comment and we'll see you next time.